Check it, check it, check it. 1, 2. All right, so that one's done. Okay. 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 So let's jump over to the scans first off. Go back over to where I need to be at. Here we go. Okay. So starting off the day, looking at scans, I saw that the NQ did make a nice move back up. I kind of figured it was. I posted the news that was coming out today on in our Discord, which the link is in the top. NQ, looking at the charts, we can see this is where I was watching it last night, and I was just like, yeah, we'll see if it drops down. If it drops down, I'm gonna be bullish on it. But it did not, and it actually moved. And now this morning, I got up at like 6, so I got up around here when I went to bed around here. So definitely a nice strong move on bullish action. Let's go and look through the news a little bit and see what we can see. Yeah. Um, so first we start off at the FOMC. Like to see what kind of news is out here. Um, Today is the 18th, and this is what I posted in the Discord yesterday about what news was coming out. This is at federalreserve.gov news events calendar. Um, so basically, the news coming out today, the big banks, commercial banks in the U.S. are releasing their assets and liabilities. At 4:15, they have selected interest rates today, and they have commercial payment paper. And then they have Governor Christopher Waller speaking at 12 p.m. at the 19th annual Vienna Macro Economics Workshop, Vienna, Australia. And so this is really what I was looking at or thinking about happening today, the assets and the liabilities of commercial banks coming out. So we'll be looking for that news and we'll see what actually happens. Next thing, let's go over to Yahoo. Actually, let's go over to back to the scans. So we have a previous mover that is up here right now, which is drug, DRUG. It's 35 bucks right now. It is, a previous mover this week, big mover actually. I mean, a huge mover. So if we look back on the main chart, we can see that drug made a move from $3 all the way up to $60. So a huge ripper this week, and then it continued to trade the next day and kind of cooled off, and now popping up again. So let's go and see if there's any catalyst for this current pop. We'll go over to NASDAQ.com, type in drug, and see what is going on. For the most part, I focus on news from the company itself. So let's see what it's saying. 2 days ago, Bright Minds is unaware of any material changes. They don't know why they blew up like that. October 3rd, boom, boom. Okay, so everything that's happening in October, Bright Minds Biosciences announced participation in upcoming scientific conferences and partnering events. Bright Minds is unaware of any material changes, so I'm guessing they were confused as to why it went up so much. I don't know. But let's read their focus. Okay, management unaware of any. Oh, yep. This is it. They're unaware of any reason why this is up, why they're up. So that is not a great sign, especially with it continue to pop with them saying, "Oh, we don't know why it's up." Thank you though. I'm sure they'll put out a thank you note like some of those other companies do, and they get those big moves. They're able to sell some shares at a really high price. Yeah, they're grateful for sure. Let's go over here to drug at Yahoo. $3 to $60 is quite a bit of a move though. All right, so let's see what we got here. Bright Minds Biosciences, a biotechnology company, develops therapeutics to improve the lives of patients with severe and life-altering diseases in the United States. Its portfolio of selective 5-HT receptor agonists includes all of these H's for the treatment of epilepsy, pain, and neuropsychiatry. Psychiatry? Psychiatry. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. Which completes phase 1 trial, undisclosed seizure disorder. So yeah, they don't know why they're up, so I'm scared of them. It closed yesterday at $21 and is opening again today at 36. I don't know when the slam's coming, but I'm sure with them posting that, shorts are gonna be like, huh? Okay, maybe we can make some money back. Let's go and look at BAM SEC and see if they have any kind of publications. I don't think they would. No recent publications. Nothing. Okay. All right, back over to the scan. So we got drug, we got PEGY, which was up for a little bit today. PEGY, but I don't know how strong that news is. I think that was weaker news as well. Let's go look. PEGY. Pineapple Energy Inc. And this is a stock that previously has popped. It does the pop and drop thing. So it gives some time to make something, but let's look at this catalyst first before jump on in there. 23 hours ago, Pineapple Energy announces lease termination from former Minnesota headquarters. Move expected to produce total savings of approximately $480,000. Okay. So let's see. Energy sustainable determination of a lease, which is set to expire. It's set to expire in 2027. That's a long time to be trying to play on this. But I guess if you're just doing price action, could be something there. But 2027, that's a long time. So I'm not interested in that one. Another one that I saw earlier was Sober. It's not on my scan right now. It probably isn't receiving a whole lot of volume, but it fell off. So this morning, this one's been popping and dropping, popping and dropping. Let's go and look at this news on Sober. Sober safe. Why are you popping and dropping like this? Sober had news on October 9th, acted as exclusive placement agent on a 8.2 million private placement for Sober Safe. That's Aegis Capital Corp acted as that. Sober Safe announces closing of private placement, but nothing. They did a reverse stock split in September on September 30th. Okay, so there's a lot of but it's Friday though, so it's gonna be like this, right? Friday usually is a lower volume day. We can see that we don't have anything up here reaching 10 million shares. Um, they're on their way, but and then look at drug making these big moves on 3 million shares. That's scary. That's scary when the company's like, we don't know why. Could this just be the company being like, sell, 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 sell before it gets back to $3? you know, but it's still up 70%. So we'll watch it out of the open, but it's not something that I'm looking to attack. NQ kind of broke my plan. I wanted to be in long if it could hold down here a little bit longer, but it just didn't give us that. It moved overnight and is back up here to the high. So at this point, I don't know where resistance will be up here. It's got several points that it could test. It's got a point up here around the fives that it fell from. It's got a point here at the 516s, and then it's got a little point here, and I don't know where it wants to fail. So I'm just gonna have to watch it and see how the candles kind of form and see where buying pressure is, or not buying pressure, selling pressure is coming in. Because at this point, it's got big buyers already in. So just gonna take my time now. Jumping over to my journal. Um, my journal right now. So right now I've been trading. There was only one real mistake this month. I've noticed that Mondays and Fridays are my worst days. Mondays, I have a 63% win rate. But this right here, this wasn't actually a Friday trade. I got into the trade on Thursday and held overnight, and a move like this happened to me. So I was looking for it to continue down, and then I woke up in the morning and it was sitting back up here somewhere. And I was like, let me sell, let me get on out. But yeah, holding overnight just has not been it's not been good for me at all. But I did recoup all of that loss on that trade, so whatever. Um, and I did all of my documenting and things over here. So in total for the month, I'm sitting at 83% win rate. I've taken 12 trades, won 10, lost 2. So yeah, and I don't know. I just want to be careful on Fridays since there's such a low. Fridays, I'm at 54% on Friday win rate. So that's almost a 50-50 chance, right? My most profitable day is Tuesday. My highest percent win rate day is Thursday. And then Wednesday is kind of sits in the middle. It's still a high percentage, it's like 70%, but it just sits in the middle. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are those are my days. Monday, it's like 60%, 64%. And then Friday, I just got to be careful. I don't know how I want to actually attack that with that knowledge though. Do I want to just size down, or do I want to keep a tight stop, or what do I want to do on Fridays? I don't know. But with it being such a 50-50, I'm like, should I even try it? You know. But I'm gonna see what happens today. We got this thing shooting up again, up to almost the 2,500s up here, and it's just knocking things down. So I'm not too sure what I've been trading on to trade this. I haven't been trading the NQ. I've been trading SOXL and SOXS. So XOXL goes up as the market is going up. XOXS goes down when the market is going up. So it's the inverse. And this is SOXS. So jumping back over here to the scans, I have my betas up here so I can kind of see the correlation to the overall market. Kind of gives me a little bit more insight to what's going on. Hey, does this thing really follow the market? Does it not care? Like drug, it doesn't care about the market. It's got a positive score, but it's so close to zero. I mean, whether the market drops or falls or whatever, drug probably won't care. Same thing with PEGY. But something with a little bit more gusto, like SOXL, with a 4, score of a 4, is going to be something that really reacts to the market. But yeah, we'll see what happens on the open, and try not to get crucified on Friday after having an okay week. Just walking it down. Whoops. Back over the charts. Let's go back and look at drug. Drug continues to go up with no reasoning. So I think if drug keeps this low volume, it won't matter what it does if nobody wants to actually trade it. Because on this first day, it has so much volume on this day. I mean, it had a crazy amount of volume. It was gapping up, just crazy. We thought it was gonna stop at 31 bucks. It popped through that 31 all the way up to 59, and then had a little bit of consolidating period. Now these lines that are on the chart from these previous days are the ATR. The ATR stands for the average true range of the stock. You can kind of see this is a calculated value that changes. It adapts to the last 60 candles behind the stock. So on this 15-minute candle, it would take the last 60 candles and form the average true range. You can see where it actually traded. Look at where it's turning around at. It just turns around at that, and I kind of use it to see, okay, where is it going to be turning around, or if it is, can it break out and just go like it did down here? It broke out and just went. Never did come back and test the ATRs. But at this point, I kind of figured it was going to be moving down because look at how the ATRs are angling. Looking at the past 60, you can see it just closing, closing, closing. And then on this one, kind of just flattening out. Came down here and tested that ATR low, came back up and popped. So popped back through, but you know, at this point, doesn't really have a reason to hold up. Only up 68%. We have about less than 15 minutes to the bell. Let's go back over to Yahoo real quick and see if we can't see any other interesting things. Yahoo News. Okay. All right. So let's see. US Cellular to sell select Spectrum assets to Verizon. Maybe Spectrum will get better service, man. I get so many complaints from people. Oh wow, NQ just broke over the 20,500 as well. Oil set for weekly decline. That was 24 minutes ago with US pushing for a truce in Gaza. Adidas global sales executive to step down from the board at the end of October. Gilead withdraws bladder cancer drug in US after failed trial. American Express profit rises in Q3 as card members continue to spend. Okay, this couple that I'm looking for just financial news really. Stock market. Okay, the importance of getting customer service right the first time. This couple, how to earn, blah blah blah. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw CVS dropping. That was one that I saw. CVS is dropping. I wanted to continue to drop. Just drop, 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 and drop some more. It does pay a dividend out, but I'm not interested right now. I wanted to just drop to better prices. And to scoop some up at the bottom. I'm also waiting for Intel to drop as well. Whoa. INTC. Been looking at this one drop, wanted to go ahead and get under $20 and hold. I have not taken any positions into this one. Looking for it to drop some more. It pays a nice little dividend as well. Have been waiting for a while for it. If we look on the larger time frames over here on the monthly chart for Intel, we can see it's been a nice sell-off. And so what I'm looking for is buyers showed themselves right here around this level of the 1880s and 19s. I want to see them get forced out. I want to see them get forced out and see how far this thing can move down. It's been in this level before. I had already marked this up, previous trading levels around this spot. And I want to see, I've seen this happen multiple times. It's come down here and those buyers that got in here got forced out, right? And it got down to almost $13 here. And then here, buyers were back in, they got pushed around, and then got forced out down here to almost 12 bucks. Then it came up here, and now I'm looking for just a repeat of history is what I'm looking for. Is those buyers right at that $20 level get smashed down to maybe 12, 13 bucks, and I'm going to be scooping. So I'm ready for that. But yeah, that may happen in the future. We'll see. Anyway, Interesting day. We got a lot of traps already in progress. We don't want to get caught into. Um, I would say if you're gonna be trading, definitely, be careful. We don't know what's gonna happen, especially with drug. We don't know what's gonna happen with that one. Very low volume. For the company coming out and saying, "Hey, we don't know what's going on. Y'all can do what y'all want to. I'm glad y'all did this. We sold some shares. We made some money, but y'all are on y'all's own." Um, I want to see how that sentiment plays out today. PEG, yen. Okay, NIO gapped up just a little bit. All right, so NQ just threw a nice little wick down. We'll see if it actually finds some resistance up here. It did it once up here at the 2500s. But remember, those banks are going to be releasing their assets and liabilities. And when that comes out, it's probably going to cause some kind of ruckus. So I'm looking at, hey, it just made a high pre-market of 20,500. I saw a previous low kind of set in here, 20,400. So I'm thinking if it can rip down here, this may be a nice little bounce spot unless it rips even further. But it is above ATRs right now. ATR is back there at the 2,400 basically. And then the ATR low on this one, it'll be very hard to reach right now. But just really, really bullish. Need to see some turnaround. And I'll be interested in going long if it's within the time period that I'm trying to trade. I've been pretty much closing trades around 10:30, 11ish. Even if I'm in it and it's green, I'm trying to close the trade. I'm like, yeah, let me get on out of here. Now I may leave a little bit in there, but I just do not. I don't really leave enough to really hurt myself. Take the trade, get the profit in hand, and say, hey, I can trade on another day. I know my strengths. I know pretty much my weaknesses. I know the days that I'm really good, and Friday is not the day to be playing that type of game, especially with the percentage rate that I have on. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get down. If I see green, I'm taking. Give me that. Come back next week. But I think it can actually keep going though. It's so strong right now. We got 6 minutes until the bell. It's right at this high. Yeah. And then the NQ, if we look over here, I got the NQ pulled up. I got the QQQs, which are super bullish. I got the SPY pulled up, which is super bullish. All of these signs are just like, I think I need to wait for a pullback. There's no reason to play with this like that. Because at this point, I don't know where resistance is. It's just a guessing game up here. I don't know if this is real resistance. It came up here and kind of fake, but it can easily at the open shoot through this and be up to 550 in a second. And that's what happened the last time I held overnight like this. I was like, okay, it threw a wick. I don't have to get out. I'm just gonna hold it, and then it just continued just going. So there's a little movement down there, little fall off, but that could be a fake at the beginning. We'll see. But I am interested in a long position down here at the 20,000 or 420s down here. That would be dope. We'll see what happens down there. We'll just be patient. 4 minutes, less than 5 minutes to the bell. I'm definitely looking down here. Come on down, big boy. The ATRs will be recalculating on the normal, on the QQQ and the SPY here at the wow. That thing came down quite a bit. I hope it keeps pushing. I hope it goes fast because usually the way that I look at it, the speed of it is almost like a rubber band. It's going down fast, going down fast, going down fast. Let it come on down, and then look for that entry. So looking around, my line in the sand, I really don't want to see it go past 20,400, like diving past this. They'll be like, bro, I can't do this. I got to get out. but I do like this area. So basically, it'll be a 425 entry with a risk of about $25 um, in here, down here to this level. But we got to see what those first counts do because it can easily pop all the way back up. The market likes to play games like that. It's really funny. Let's see if it can continue downward. Come on, big boy. So looks like we got a pretty big confirmation off this level that there is some type of bearishness here. Um, don't know how far it wants to fall. This one fell from 583 all the way down to like 400s and then kind of chopped around and went back up. This one fell from 6 all the way to 3. So a $300 fallout. So just waiting, watching, but I am still bullish on this one. Very, very bullish. Looking for it. Now, if it can come down here and touch this ATR, oh, that would be great. I would definitely be a buyer right there for bullish, but I don't know. It would be creating a lower low. And so I have to see some buying coming in here before it retakes this level. I probably would enter back towards the 420s. But look at it pulling back up. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Does a little fake like this, and look at this. I mean, look at this. This is exactly what it did on the day that I was holding. Went down, looked great. I was like, yeah, I'm about to be back in profit, and it did this. Popped all the way back up and sprung out of there. So yeah, dude, that's why patience is key. At this point, I don't know what it wants to do. We'll kind of jump around this morning. I look at some of the top movers and see if any new top movers pop in on the other scanners. We got about a minute left, and this thing's already. Look at this. I mean, look at how much they have to defeat as sellers if they're going to try to go against this. This is a hard fight back to 2,458. That's a hard fight. 1 minute left to the open. And the new candle is going to open up around this level so it can easily go on up. Go on up. All right, coming on back. 30 seconds left until the open. And I'm going to start jumping around here once we do get that open. I really am not interested in drug. Don't really know what it wants to do. Doesn't really have a lot of reason. I think it's a big trap. PEGY, it's the same thing. I really just want to focus in here and see if we can get that clap down here to resurgence. So here goes the open here. There's the open, new candle. Can we get a rundown? Can we get a rundown? Yes, sir. Okay. Now I usually let the first 15-minute play out. For sure. Okay. So see if we can get into this level. And speed is the thing, man. Let it be speedy. This was the previous point of control where majority of the volume was traded here. If 2,435, I want to see if that can break. If we can do a liquidity grab down here and break that point of control. Go some more selling, more selling. So yeah, I'll be interested in SOXL if it can play back to the upside. It previously was down here at 35.25. SOXL probably is up right now. So yeah, it's up right now. but I don't trust XOXL because we got way too much bullish resistance down here. And plus it's red on the day. So I'm like, if it comes green on the day, then maybe it'll just be over for XOXL. But as for right now, just letting that play. Drug popped up and halted. Drug into a halt. PEGY not doing much. We do get the new ones popping in. VTAK. These are the cheaper ones that are moving under $5. So let's see. This is 183 on VTAC. We have HEPS with 350 300 I mean not 350 $3.50, and then JDZG. Okay. So we'll see what all of that ends up doing. And do we need to care about any of it? Any of it? Beta. Okay, another one popping in there. So we got Acon popping in with 30 something percent. Acon, BTAK, helps, Acon. Let's look at these. Let's look at these real quick. So starting with VTAK, going on down, the ATR high was, and it looks like it's halted down. ATR high was 145. ATR low is 117. I'm not gonna look into the news and things because I mean, if it's not in the price range that I like trading with the range that I like, I'm not gonna be doing too much of a deep dive. HEPS, $3.55, just kind of sitting there. It's up 61% with 13 million shares traded. JDZG was one that I saw yesterday, popping from 90 cents up to $1, and now it's up to 320, up 37% on the day. Acon headed down as well. Drugs still halted. PEGY probably not gonna be doing much. Let's go look back at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, can you go ahead and push on down, man? Give us that nice move down. Stop playing. Get that. I would love to see it at 20,400. I would love to see it just crash through this level right here. Oh, that would be beautiful. Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Come on, big boy. Show us you got that downward motion. You still got some. Let's go. Put your shoes on and stomp. So somebody's trying to keep it. Somebody's trying to keep this point of control from getting cracked. It's probably going to get cracked though. They're so close to pushing through here. I know there's a lot of shares that was traded here, so there's a lot of holders, a lot of shorts. Everybody's on this level right here, and that's why you're seeing this battle here. But once it starts to crack, people start to shift their mind and be like, oh boy, this is way too bearish. But this candle has about 10 minutes left to close, so I wouldn't put all of my eggs on this one. I want to see that first 15 minutes close and see if it can actually show its true bearishness through this level down here. That would be pretty nice. And would be even better if it crashes this ATR and goes to the next one down here to 300s. I'd be like, yeah. But look at this. They're fighting a war in here above this level. Which is not what I want to be a part of. I want to see a winner come out and then capitalize on that winning motion. Okay, where's XOXS? XOXS went up there throwing a wick. I like to see SOXS have a bunch of wicks, a lot of indecision where people are like, "Oh, is this thing gonna continue going down?" And with that indecision, it makes it really easy for shorts to get trapped on indecision. Okay. Oh boy. Come on, NQ, go ahead and crash now. There we go. Continue to do your thing to the downside, man. Don't worry about throwing anything up green. Even if it does throw something up green, I mean, it's going to be really hard for it to just jump all the way back up to 500. You know, that's almost a $50 move back up. And if it did that, I'd be like, well, today's not my day because I don't know what's going on. Looking real hairy around here. All right. Yeah. Let's jump back over to VTAC. Helps. Helps. Are you halted? What are you doing? Nothing much. JZ or JDZG, not looking. So the best one right now that I'm just looking at, haven't looked into the news or anything, is HEPS coming up here to the ATR highs, but it could be a grinder. It's moving kind of slow with only 14 million shares traded. Drug reopened, hit a high up here and pulled all the way back in to the ATR highs. I expect it to just go ahead and start doing people real nasty to the downside. PEG still sitting in the same spot. And NQ just does not want to give up the ghost yet. But it's all good. I'll be patient. I want to see it hit down here or further down. It just keeps pot. See, I can't do anything with that, man. It's got to come on. Crush them. Throwing a wick up there. So it threw a high up here of 20,472 on the first 15-minute candle of the day. And it needs to break down this level up here. So I'll be looking at this spot to be a recurring resistance as it moves down. And I would be like, okay, well, I need to be taking profit by this because I don't want to get smacked in the mouth. If it holds, I don't know what it's going to do. This candle has not closed yet. So let me get rid of this. All right. There we go. Yeah. Eat them up. Yeah. Get on down there. So if XOXL goes red on the day, I'm probably going to end up looking back over to SOXS. But I'm just not sure about this one either. First 15 minutes is about to close, and it is pretty up, but it is looking at the NQ. The NQ is still just too bullish to play XOXS seriously. I can't do it in good conscience. Still too bullish. The Qs are up, everything's up, man. Not getting caught with that. Trying it again and continue to fail to hold above this level. What is this? 20,465 that it keeps failing. Finding some buying pressure there. like none of that. I almost got to the top of that, fooling people in. Is it gonna go back red? Nope. Wants to break a little bit. Small breakout. And we know most breakouts fail. So let's see if we see a snap down here. Snap down back to red. Nope. Okay, okay. Okay. Very bullish. So nothing I can do with that at this point. I was looking for it to pull back. It does not want to. It is not about that live. All right, so the high here is 20,497. SOXS is going back down now. Has pulled all the way back. Big wick. I like the big wicks though. I would like to see it form more wicks up here and then dump. Here's XOXL pulling back up, but it has not recaptured this ATR. ATR up here is 36 bucks on the ATR low. ATR high is 36.47. So if I were to trade in here, this would become the out. I was want to see it hold this 36. And but at this point with this setup, it's just not there. No setup is possible right now. All right, so through a big wick, can it snap back down to the downside is the question. So now the top of this candle is 2,500, almost on the dot. Looking for some. Yeah, this thing, man, it's got to fall, bro. If it could fall just a bit, that's all I really need is just a little fall. Back to that level. We got a long wick to this side as well. So we'll see if we find some more wicks down here with some buying pressure or some selling pressure. But right now the markets are just a little bit too much. Especially if it breaks over this level of the 20,500s, it's just going. Okay, QQQ's pulling back a little bit. Come on, SPY, go on down. Stop playing. Steadily pulling up. I don't like that. Yeah, SPY's pulling back up here, looking real bullish. So I'm thinking this thing is going to be, if the SPY closes this and then breaks over the 584s, we may see a grinder upward. Yeah, that's what it's looking like it's about to be. But the SPY, I like to see confirmation of all of them being green. And not just one, because right now NQ is in agreement, QQQ is in agreement, but the SPY is not in agreement. So, you know, the SPY starts dumping again. Okay, there's the open of that candle, and here's the high of this, but the SPY isn't in agreement yet. So, I don't know. SPY's trying to get back under the ATR lows. Can it do it? Got bought up there. Yeah, it's too bullish. It's too bullish. Look at this NQ. Jumped up here, threw a wick through this level again. So that's 2 failures here now. 2 failures. But this candle has not closed yet. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's kind of, it had a little gap down here. It got a feel of this gap, and so I was looking for SOX to just continue on down, but at this point, I don't know what it wants to do. We'll have to wait. Anyway, I got to get to my morning meeting. I'm already late, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump over there and come back and look at this. Y'all already know what I'm looking for on the NQ. Looking for this level down here to get tested. If it doesn't happen, oh well. You know, if it wants to continue grinding higher, hey, by all means, you go ahead. But yeah, I'm just gonna be watching. But anyway, that is it for me today. appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you like to or enjoy the content, definitely hit the like button, and you can think about subscribing. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I stream on multiple platforms, so YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, not Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Facebook, and another YouTube channel. So you can see me anywhere. But anyway, definitely lock in. If you're gonna continue trade, definitely be careful. The SPY is coming on back down a little bit, which I like. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.